Okay, you guys, here's the thing. I need to buy one of those things where my phone connects to my car, like ASAP, if I'm going to keep doing these in my car, because I just spent the last 8 minutes trying to figure out where to put my phone, where my face wouldn't have 16 lines across it, and it's still not a win. So look I'm like this scrunched up in the passenger seat, and it still doesn't work. And then I'm right next to all the people who are getting out of their cars looking at me like I'm batshit crazy, which I am. So this is so perfect. Good morning, sunshines. Hello, hello, hello. Thank you for joining. We're going to talk about your fatigue today and 5 reasons why you might be absolutely exhausted. So before we get started with that, please share your good morning sunshine, your hashtag GMS in the comments below, and then share with me something you are grateful for. So what's something that's warming up your heart today? You guys, this is my training weekend. We get 2 leadership trainings for my industry throughout the year. And this happens to be one of them, October and April. And I am so extremely thankful for being a part of an industry that is still pushing personal and professional development in such a way that it is. There are a lot of careers and people that I see where they're never exposed to professional or personal development. Like literally they're just going through the steps of life. And I'm just so thankful that I get to have this type of training this weekend. So grateful, grateful, grateful. Look at the sun's moving. Now I'm going to have even more lines all over. Nailing it. And then today's Friday. So what books are you reading? Today we talk about our professional development and the term of our savor, silence, affirmation, visualization, exercise, reading, scribing. What books are you reading? What books have you read? What's a takeaway? Maybe if you're on here every single week, what's a takeaway that you currently have from one of the books that you're reading? And we are going to go through some of the takeaways from my books today as well. Good morning, Joni, Gabby, Brittany. How are you, beauties? Okay, so let's talk about your fatigue. Right? First of all, as you guys start to watch this, notice I want you to take personal inventory of how tired you are on a semi-regular basis. Right? How tired you are on a semi-regular basis. Do you feel like this message, you saw this and you're like, okay, that was meant for me. I'm just going to try to move you guys a little bit because this is nuts. This conversation is meant for me on some level. I do feel like I'm tired. Why am I tired all the time? Also, I want you to think about anybody in your world that you notice is talking about being exhausted frequently or tired frequently. Or you know them, like in the morning, maybe it's a family member or something where you're like, okay, this person's continuously exhausted, so that you can share this with them, because I think that these 5 tips will really open your eyes so that you can identify what area do I need to work on. Or do I need to work on all the areas? All right. And the first ones are very simple and obvious. It's like, okay, we've talked about that before. The last ones are not as obvious. And they're going to be things you're like, okay, so that's starting to make sense of why I'm still experiencing this fatigue, right? Okay, so 5 tips, you guys, 5 reasons why you might be feeling exhausted is our conversation. Let's go. Let's do this. Number 1, why you might be feeling exhausted. Because you don't sleep enough. This is one of the obvious ones. Because you don't sleep enough. We've done plenty of sleep talk, but let me just remind you, the average adult needs between 7 and 9 hours of sleep. 7 and 9 hours of sleep. So if you think that you're one of those people, you're like, I'm an entrepreneur, I'm badass, I can work 5 hours a day, I got so much to do. Let me just ask you this. Are you exhausted at any point during the day? Because if you are, then you're not being as productive as you could be if you just planned your sleep accordingly. Okay, so you want to plan your sleep according to 7 to 9 hours, making sure the key here is when you go to bed. It's not when you wake up, you guys. It's turning off the TV, turning off your phone, turning off your social media, and actually going to sleep at night. Scheduling, if you know that you need to wake up at 5 a.m., then schedule for yourself to go to bed at 10 p.m., right? At the latest. Maybe to lay down at night. Okay. So 7 to 9 hours. Also, let me just talk to you guys that are like, yeah, but my body needs 11. P.S. Go to the doctor if you think your body needs 11. Ask them why it needs 11, because your body should not need 11 hours of sleep. In fact, it's detrimental, just like it is to get less than 7. And let me not say detrimental. It injures your health. It's bad for your health. It's harmful for your health, right? If you get less than 7 and over 9, that's not good for your body. So if you think, but I'm just one that has to sleep 10, 11 hours, that's not true. Something else is going on in this list. Okay, so let's address the other things. So number 1, why you're tired is because you don't sleep. Solution, schedule sleep, change your sleep patterns, right? And if you're thinking that's not so easy, let's listen to some of the other ones. Number 2, why you're so exhausted, you guys, is because of your nutrition. All right. And I know that this is me stepping on my fit coach pedestal. But here's the thing. If you're not taking in the right nutrients throughout the day, it is, and that, call me 700 times in a row. You could be taking in too much sugar. Sugar creates an insulin cycle in your body where you're going to have spikes and drops in your insulin, which are going to create periods of fatigue. I have had so many clients, you guys, where their reaction isn't about like weight loss so much, and maybe they are losing weight, but that's not what they're really excited about. They're excited that they stopped taking naps at 2 p.m. They're excited that they're able to sleep through the night because they're actually taking care, right, of their physical, their nutrition, their physical being. So it could be an excess amount of sugar that you're getting in. So address that. Do you have soda? Do you have candies? Do you have processed carbs? It could be processed foods, right? Are you going through fast food lines? High fatty processed foods actually weigh down your body, right? Poor digestion is going to make you tired. So having all of that shit not moving through your body can make you feel exhausted. Like literally like, I don't want to get off the couch because you're not taking care of your nutrition. All right. So what do you do about that? Take care of your nutrition. Do a cleanse, right? We're going to do a 21-day cleanse next month. Whatever that looks like for you, talk to someone that you trust about changing up your nutrition. Okay, so here we have, number 1, you're not sleeping enough. Number 2, your nutrition is not on its A game. Okay, now those are the 2 that probably made sense to you. So if you're like, but Cal, I do get 7 to 9 hours, or I schedule that and I'm just exhausted, I sleep more, or I eat healthy, I exercise, I take care of my body, I avoid sugars, on a regular basis. So what else could it be? These 3, I think, would be the ones that maybe surprise you, or maybe they don't. And they're things that we can dive into more later, but I want to give you guys some topical conversation about them. All right. Number 3, the emotions that you are choosing to experience throughout the day. Our bodies, our beings, our light, we are meant, you guys, to be happy. Our soul, like we're meant to be innately happy, and being happy takes no additional energy. Have you ever noticed, you're like, oh man, she's so happy and so giddy and so energetic. Have you ever thought about that about somebody before? You guys, they fall hand in hand. Because if they're happy, their energy levels are up. That's not helping. I thought maybe it would. Kind of, not really, whatever. Their energy levels are up because they're experiencing the natural state that their bodies are meant to be, which is happiness, joy, positive emotions. Now, if you're choosing negative emotions, and yes, the answer is choosing, okay, I understand shit has hit the fan for you. You got some serious situations going on. You're dealing with, like, you don't understand, Cal, this is what I have going on in my world. So I totally get it, right? You can have some major life events, but you're still choosing your state of being each day. So negative emotions, you guys, require a massive amount of energy to have. Let me say that one more time. Negative emotions require a massive amount of energy to be used. So if you're like, I'm sleeping, I'm taking care of my body, but you're doing some of these things throughout the day, let's just keep moving you guys around, see if it gets any better. It's not gonna, but whatever, we're gonna try, okay? If you're doing any of these things throughout the day, if you're feeling, if you're feeling jealousy, if you're feeling resentment, if you're judging others or you're feeling judged, if you're feeling pessimistic, if you're feeling obviously like sad or angry or anxious or worried or fearful, all of those emotions are literally draining you because they take so much energy to feel because it's not your natural state. So you're choosing those emotions and those emotions are affecting you. All right. And I just have, The Greatest Secret is one of the books that I'm rereading. I've already read it 1.5 times. So I'm reading it back through because it really helps me to connect to the different ideas in here. But some of this piece of it, it's just so obvious. Positive feelings are completely effortless because they're the true nature of awareness. We are made of positive feelings. We are made of joy, happiness, and love, where negative feelings require a huge amount of energy. And it's the reason why we're exhausted, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so you guys get the point, right? So what do you do about that? You guys, this might be, if you're feeling that, you might want to grab this book. You might want to start to figure out how to choose right? More positive emotions in your life, and stop choosing the negative ones to let things go. It's really interesting, you guys, but I've seen people go through this where literally their happiness shifts everything. Okay, that's number 3. Number 4 of why you may be feeling exhausted. You're like, but Cal, I don't do that. Like, I walk around and I am joyful and I celebrate everyone and I am grateful for the things that I have and I am just doing my best. Okay, let's talk about what's not topical, what's not on the outside, but what you've shoved down, deep down within you. Last week, last year, last decade, as a child, what are the suppressed emotions you've put down into your core, into your gut, into the depths that you just don't want to address? You just don't want to address them. It's hard. I don't want to go back digging down there. You tell me I'm supposed to be happy and choose happiness, but you want me to dig out what's underneath there, what's at the like the core of me? You guys, those suppressed emotions create exhaustion. So even if topically you're feeling like you're happy, if you've had things that you haven't addressed before, if something bad happens, you guys, you have to go through the stages of feeling. So I'm not saying like you know, somebody dies in your family, like, oh, okay, well, I'm going to choose happy. That's not the way that it works. You still have to feel through the emotions, but it's where you decide to dwell, right? So there's a difference between suppressing and feeling. And adults, you guys, we're so good at suppressing emotions. Have you guys ever noticed that? Something goes wrong, I'm like, oh, deep breath, this is what I'm supposed to do, and I'm just going to move on. But actually, you need to allow for that feeling to come into your body. I'm like, wow, I'm super freaking pissed right now. My kids are being batshit crazy. My husband's not helping me at all. My family's been being whatever, like lately. My career is this. And you just want, like right now in this moment, I am feeling aggression and I am just pissed. And I'm just going to recognize that. And I'm going to be pissed for a minute, 2, maybe 5 minutes. And as you allow for that emotion to come in and say, it's okay that I'm feeling this. It's interesting, you guys. As soon as you say that, it's like it leaves your body. As soon as you allow for it and accept it, it like leaves your body. And the cool thing is when it leaves, it sucks away some of those suppressed energy, some of the suppressed anger and resentment that you had from the past. So something you can do about this, if this is one of your things, is you can start to choose when you're feeling something, don't bottle it up and push it down. Recognize it. There it is. Let it be there. It's okay. And then like kind of visually watch it wash away from your body and pull away other negative feelings. That's number 4, suppressed emotions. Okay. Number 5 of why you might be feeling tired all the time. Callie, tell us, what is it? People are looking at me like I'm so silly. I'm not so silly, you guys. Okay, I am. Is your energetic boundaries. We haven't got to start talking about this much yet, but it's something I'm being coached on and I'm learning. And my like the stories and the things that I'm coming to realization are just amazing, you guys. Like just kind of like mind blowing. And what I mean by this is that people might be attaching themselves to your energy and literally sucking you dry. You're like, Cal, I talked about all the other things. I'm sleeping at night. I'm eating well. I'm choosing happiness, but I am feeling my emotions first. Like, why am I still so freaking tired all the time? It might be because you're not good at practicing boundaries with other people and you allow people to walk all over you, to use you and abuse you. You feel like you have to be the one who's always doing everything for everyone. You've got to be the answer. You've got to be the solution. You're consistently giving, joy. But really at the end of the day, you end up sucked dry because you don't have any more light and love within you to give, and you cannot even scrape yourself off of the couch. So it's not just like, it's all types, right? When you look at this, who's tired? You could be doing everything that you like, but I'm supposed to be doing this. I'm supposed to be giving back. I'm supposed to be nurturing the world. I'm supposed to be helping my kids and my family. Like, that's what I meant to do. I'm a healer. I'm a server. Like, right? But here's the thing, you guys. If you don't protect your energetic boundaries, if you don't put something up around to make sure you're literally taking care of your soul, your personal space, your light, so you can continue to be ignited, right? Then there you have it. You're going to be exhausted, and then you can't give back to the world your way you're supposed to give back to the world, right? You can't pour into somebody else's cup with an empty cup. And if your cup's empty, you guys, you can't keep giving. because that's not a way to live either. So there are a lot of different examples in here. I hope that what you do from this conversation is you step back and you think about, like, did you answer in the beginning? You are one of those people who consistently feel exhausted, tired, like just, right? Or even just maybe mediocrely tired. Okay, so address those 5 different things. What's going on in your world, and start addressing each one of them until you start to feel the light of energy and power come back to you. We can talk more about these things, you guys, but I wanted to give an introduction of things that might be making you and leaving you feeling exhausted. If you're feeling the last one that I said and you're like, I don't really understand that, this book is not an easy read, but it's something you can grab. It's called Energetic Boundaries. So if you're like, well, that sounds like me. People are sucking me dry. I'm not a great coach at that yet because I'm still learning about it, but that's a great book for you to grab. All right. So you guys, if you're committed today, commit to taking some control over your exhaustion and choosing energy. And it might be a bit of a journey for you guys, but you're going to be so happy you chose it, because when you find that you can pop out of bed at freaking 4 a.m. excited for life, or you can get through the afternoon without needing to nap, or you can consistently have energy to play with your kids or exercise or do things, and sitting on the couch is just boring, you're going to be like, man, this is going to be amazing. Life is so freaking good. You can do so many and experience so many things. Yes, thank you, Antonia. I love you guys so much. If you're committed, say, I am committed, right? Committed to energy. I appreciate you all so much, and have a glorious, blessed, beautiful day. Light and love from my car and my ridiculous shadows today to yours. Love you guys. Bye. Let's go, Rick.